بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله وكفى والسلام على عباده الذين طفى أما بعد. Welcome back to our Arabic of the Quran course. This is part 4. This is class number 4. We're going to continue with ilm al-sarf, the science of verb conjugation. And we're going to continue with our study of the past tense verb in the Arabic of the Quran. What we're going to cover in this class within the next half hour is to continue our study of the triliteral past tense verbs, meaning those verbs that have only 3 root letters. And in this class, we're going to cover the fa'ila pattern. Okay, last class, we covered fa'ala pattern. This class, we're going to cover the fa'ila pattern. And of course, it's going to be the active voice and it's going to be positive. So this is what we're going to cover in the class, fa'ila. And we're going to use the word sami'a. Okay, this is a very common used verb, sami'a, which means he heard, on the pattern of fa'ila. Okay, so fa'ala is an actual word and it's used as a pattern. Right? Nasa falls on the same pattern, and we covered that in last class. Fa'ila is not an actual word. It doesn't have a meaning, but it's used as a pattern so that those verbs that fall into the pattern of fa'ila, like sami'a, for example, alima, amila, jahila, right, hazina, all these are examples of verbs that fall into the pattern of fa'ila. And so that's what we're going to cover. So sigha number 1, we're going to get right to the table. Sigha number 1, fa'ila sami'a. Right? Singular, masculine, third person. There's no suffix, there's no prefix. Okay, the pronoun he is always implied. Okay, sami'a means he heard. Okay, so I want you to memorize this. Remember, we're learning classical Arabic the classical way. And so I want you to memorize this table with sami'a. Number 1 is sami'a, third person masculine singular, which means he heard. Sigha number 2, third person masculine dual. Okay, there's a suffix added to the end, which is the alif after last root letter. Okay, fa'ila sami'a. Okay, sami'a, adding the alif. So this is sami'a, sami'a. Number 3, again, third person, plural this time, masculine. You're adding a waw at the end. Okay, the alif after the waw is silent. So it's fa'ilu sami'u. Okay, sami'u on the pattern of fa'ilu. Okay. Covered 3 so far. Sami'a, sami'a, sami'u. Memorize that. And then you have fa'ilat sami'at. That's the third person, feminine, singular. You have a da sakina at the end. Da sakina. Da with a sukun on it at the end. The da represents femininity, and the pronoun she is hidden. It's implied. Fa'ilat sami'at. Sami'at on the pattern of fa'ilat. So number 4, sami'a, sami'a, sami'u, sami'at. And then we have fa'ilata, sami'ata. For the dual feminine third person, suffix is da. Da alif at the end. Sami'ata upon the pattern of fa'ilata. So again, looking at the table, sami'a, sami'a, sami'u, sami'at, sami'ata. Okay. Now, if those of you who memorized fa'ala and nasara, then to memorize this will be easier. Number 6, we have third person feminine plural. Okay, from here onwards, the third root letter, the lam letter, becomes sakina. Fa'ilna, sami'na. Sami'na on the pattern of fa'ilna. Okay, so if you notice, this lam here becomes sakina. Okay, so the ain over here is sakina. So the ain is gonna remain sakina all the way till the end of the table. Again, memorizing it. Sami'a, sami'a, sami'u, sami'at, sami'ata, sami'na. Okay, and then number 7, singular, masculine, second person. We're moving on to the second person. The suffix is a da maftuha. Okay, so you have sami'ata on the pattern of fa'ilta. Okay, sami'ata on the pattern of fa'ilta. Sami'ata, I think, comes in the Quran. You heard. Okay, sami'a, sami'a, sami'u, sami'at, sami'ata, sami'na, sami'ata. Okay. And then sami'tuma, fa'iltuma on the pattern of fa'iltuma. You're gonna add tuma at the end. Fa'iltuma, sami'tuma. Again, sami'a, sami'a, sami'u, sami'at, sami'ata, sami'na, sami'ata, sami'tuma. Okay. Fa'iltum, the pattern of sami'tum. For the plural masculine second person, suffix is tum. Sami'tum on the pattern of fa'iltum. Again, sami'a, sami'a, sami'u, sami'at, sami'ata, sami'na, sami'ata, sami'tuma, sami'tum. Okay, and then singular feminine second person. Okay, sami'ati, yeah, fa'ilti, sami'ati, fa'ilti, sami'ati. The pattern of fa'ilti, sami'ati, sami'ati means you have heard, meaning for feminine. You, one female, heard. Okay, so again, the table is sami'a, sami'a, sami'u, sami'at, sami'ata, sami'na, sami'ata, sami'tuma, sami'tum, sami'ti. Okay? Fa'iltuma, sami'tuma, you add tuma at the end. So this is the same as the masculine dual second person. So sami'tuma can mean you two males or females heard. Okay, you two females or males heard. So this is one word that can be used for both masculine and feminine. Mentioned separately, I guess for the sake of ease in memorizing, because you have 3 for each, right? 3 for masculine third person, 3 for feminine third person, and then you have 3 for the masculine second person, and then you need to have 3 so that the pattern can remain the same for the feminine second person as well. But you can skip this since sami'tuma already covers the feminine. So if you skip number 11, that would be fine as well, but it's just that traditionally they mentioned it twice. They mention it once for the feminine, once for the masculine, sami'tuma, and when it comes to memorizing, it makes it easier as well. So I guess they kept it there to make it easy to memorize. So anyways, starting from the beginning, سمع سمع سمعوا سمعت سمعت سمعنا سمعت سمعتما سمعتم سمعتي سمعتما. And then number 12, second person, feminine, plural. سمعتن. Okay, on the pattern of فعلتن. Okay, so over here, you're going to add tunna at the end for the feminine plural section. Again, memorizing. سمع سمع سمعوا سمعت سمعت سمعنا سمعت سمعتما سمعتم سمعتي سمعتما سمعتن. And then the last two, 13 and 14, for the first person, سمعت on the pattern of فعلت, and سمعنا on the pattern of فعلنا. So سمعت سمعنا. سمعت means I heard. سمعنا means we heard. So the whole table is here. سمع سمع سمعوا سمعت سمعتا سمعنا سمعت سمعتما سمعتم سمعتي سمعتما سمعتن سمعت سمعنا. 14 altogether. Memorize it and practice. How do you practice? You number one, look for these verbs in the Quran and hadith as well. Look for them starting from the Quran and see how many you can find. Write it down and look up the meaning. Okay, and these are some words that are found in the Quran. Most of these verbs are found in the Quran. And so what I want you to do is take each verb one at a time and take it through the conjugation table. Okay, for example, you have alima, which means he learned or he knew. Alima Allahu, it comes in the Quran. Alima Allahu an sayakunu minkum marada, for example, and then comes in a couple of other places as well. Alima allan tuhsuhu fataba alaykum, for example, right? So alima is a very common verb. It's used a bit, so you have to know this, alima. And so you're going to take it through the verb conjugation table. Alima, alima, alimu, alimat, alimata, alimna, alimta, alimtuma, alimtum, alimti, alimtuma, alimtunna, alimtu, alimna. Okay? And the more you practice, the faster you'll be able to say it in one breath. Okay? The next one, amila. Just changing the letters back and forth. It becomes amila. Amila means he did. Similar to fa'ala, amila means he did. Or acted, from amal, he acted. Practiced, he worked. Okay, so these are different meanings which have the same meaning, synonyms basically, for amila. So amila, amila, amilu. Amilu comes quite a bit in the Quran. Wa amilu salihati. You're going to see that over and over again in the Quran. Inna alladhina amanu wa amilu salihati. So amilu in the table. Amila, amila, amilu. Amilu means they did. They acted, they practiced, they did good deeds. Amilu salihat, they practiced good deeds or they committed good deeds. Okay? Amila, amila, amilu, amilat, amilata, amilna, amilta, amiltuma, amiltum, amilti, amiltuma, amiltunna, amiltu, amilna. Okay, and then hamida. Hamida means he praised. Hamida is something we say almost every day in our prayer, multiple times. When we say Sami'a Allahu liman hamida. Sami'a Allahu liman hamida. Two verbs there on the pattern of fa'ila. Sami'a that we covered already. Sami'a Allahu, Allah heard. Liman, the one who. Hamidahu. Hamidahu. Hamida, the one who praised him. Okay, Sami Allahu liman hamida. So we just translated a whole sentence, something that we recite every day. Sami Allahu liman hamida. Allah heard the one who praised him. Okay, Similarly, it comes in the Quran, قَدْ سَمِعَ اللَّهُ قَوْلَ الَّتِي تُجَادِلُكَ فِي زَوْجِهَا. قَدْ سَمِعَ اللَّهُ, surely Allah has heard, right? The statement of the woman who was arguing with you, fi zawjiha, concerning her husband. Okay, so that's hamida. Hamida, hamida, hamidu, hamidat, hamidata, hamidna, hamidta, hamidtuma, hamidtum, hamidti, hamidtuma, hamidtunna, hamidtu, hamidna. Okay, that's how we do the whole table. And then jahila. Jahila means he was ignorant. He didn't know. Okay, jahila, jahila, jahilu, jahilat, jahilata, jahilna, jahilta, jahiltuma, jahiltum, jahil, jahiltuma, jahiltuna, jahiltu, jahilna. Okay, see the whole table. And then move on to hazina. Hazina means he grieved. Hazina, hazina, hazinu, hazinat, hazinata, hazinna, hazinta, hazintuma, hazintum, hazinti, hazintuma, hazintunna, hazintu, hazinna. Hafidha means he protected. Hafidha al-Quran, he memorized the Quran. Okay. So hafidha, hafidha, hafidu, hafidat, hafidata, hafidna. حفظت حفظتما حفظتم حفظت حفظتما حفظتن حفظت حفظنا. Okay, and then you have rahima. Rahima is used quite a bit. Rahimallahu, Allah had mercy. Rahimallahu. Okay, Allah had mercy. Usually when somebody's name is taken who has passed away, we will say rahimahullah. Rahimahullah. Rahima meaning rahimahullah meaning may Allah have mercy on him. Rahimahullah, Allah had mercy on him. When you say it as a dua, usually the past tense is used for dua, and the purpose of that is to convey the message that it's been done. Rahimahullah, right? Allah had mercy on him. Allah showed mercy to him. And the intention is we're making a dua. Oh Allah, show mercy to him. Right? And so by using the past tense, we're saying that it's been done because Allah has promised us that He will accept our du'as. And so by using the past tense, we're connoting that the job's been done. Allah has fulfilled His promise. Okay, so rahimahullah, the past tense is used for the sake of dua. Similarly, the past tense is used in transactions. So it's something you learn in fiqh. When you get married, you say, I accepted. I have accepted. You use the past tense. Qabiltuha. Qabiltu from qabila. Okay. Qabiltu, I have accepted. I accepted. Right? Qabiltuha, I accepted her. Right. Why are you using the past tense? To connote that the deal's done. I have committed. I'm fully committed to this, and it's as if I did in the past. I accepted her in the past, and it's as if we've been married from the past. That's how convinced we are that I have taken her as my wife. So similarly, when you're buying and selling, okay, the scholars use the past tense that I have bought this from you, I have sold this to you, etc., etc. I have given you this money as a gift, etc. Similarly, the past tense is used by Allah in the Quran concerning the day of judgment. وَنُفِخَ فِي الصُّورِ. نُفِخَ. Nafakha means he blew, right? And nufikha means it was blown. Nufikha fi sur, it was blown into the trumpet. Now, the trumpet hasn't been blown yet. The day of judgment isn't here yet. But still, Allah uses the past tense. Why? To connote conviction, to connote definiteness that this event is going to happen. Okay, there's no doubt about it, right? It's going to happen. فَيَوْمَئِذٍ وَقَعَتِ الْوَاقِعَةُ. The event has happened, even though it hasn't happened yet, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions it as if it has already happened, to show conviction and definiteness in the occurrence of the Day of Judgment. That is going to happen. There's no doubt about it. And so I'm going to use the past tense to connote as if it has already happened, even though we know it's going to happen in the past. Okay. Similarly, we have khasira. Khasir dunya wal akhirah comes in the Quran. He lost out in the world and in the hereafter as well. خسر خسرا خسروا خسرت خسرتا خسرنا خسرت خسرتما خسرتما خسرت خسرتما خسرتنا خسرت خسرنا فهم 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 فهموا فهمت فهمتا فهمنا فهمت فهمتما فهمتم فهمت فهمتما فهمتن فهمت فهمنا. Fahimtu means I have understood. Fahimna, we have understood. Okay. Qabila, he accepted. Qabila, qabila, qabilu, qabilat, qabilata, qabilna, qabilta, qabiltuma, qabiltum, qabilt, qabiltuma, qabiltunna, qabiltu, qabilna. Right. Rabiha, fama rabihat tijaratuhum. Okay, their business did not profit. Fama rabihat tijaratuhum. The business did not profit. Rabiha, rabiha, rabihu, rabihat, rabihata, rabihna. ربحت ربحتما ربحتم ربحت ربحتما ربحتن ربحت ربحنا. رغب, okay, to show interest. رغب رغبا رغبوا رغبت رغبتا رغبنا رغبت رغبتما رغبتم رغبت رغبتما رغبتن رغبت رغبنا. رغب is an example of a verb that can carry two meanings, and both meanings are opposite. So raghiba, if you use raghiba with fi, then it means to be interested in something, right? He was interested in whatever, or he showed interest in whatever. That's if you use fi after it, right? If you're using fi after it. If you use an, raghiba an, something, okay? If you use the preposition an after raghiba, then it means the opposite of showing interest. Raghiba an means to turn away, to show disinterest. Okay, so for example, it comes in a hadith, فَمَنْ رَغِبَ عَنْ سُنَّتِي فَلَيْسَ مِنِّي. Whoever shows disinterest in my sunnah, whoever turns away from my sunnah, he is not from me. Okay, so sometimes the preposition coming after the verb can change the meaning of the verb, right? So raghiba fi would mean he showed interest in such and such thing, and raghiba an would mean he turned away, or he showed disinterest. Okay, rakiba means he mounted. Rakiba, rakiba, rakibu, rakibat, rakibata, rakibna, rakibta, rakibtuma, rakibtum, rakibti, rakibtum, rakibtunna, rakibtu, rakibna. And then shariba means he drank. Jazia means he feared. Sometimes when you're startled, right, with something, you get startled. That's jazia. That's to be startled at something. Sa'ida, he was fortunate. Sahira, he stayed awake. Man talab al-ula sahira layali. Poet, he says, whoever seeks the highest levels, highest ranks, he stays up during the night. Okay, this is for the students. Those who want to achieve high ranks, they stay up during the night to study. Sahira layali, especially during exam time, we all know that we have to stay up sometimes to study. Shahida, he testified. Shahida, شهد شهد شهدوا شهدت شهدت شهدنا شهد شهدتما شهدتم شهدت شهدتم شهدتن شهدت شهدنا شهدت I testified شهدنا we testified شهد الله Allah testified أنه لا إله إلا هو that there is no God except him والملائكة and the angels as well testified وأولو العلم and the people of knowledge also testified the same. Okay. And then we have ضحك. ضحك means he laughed. غضب means he became angry. So I want my students to practice the conjugation table with each of these verbs. And then I want you to find other verbs. These are not all the verbs. These are just some examples of verbs. I want you to find other verbs on the pattern of fa'ila and then do the verb conjugation table with those verbs. There's a book called Safwatul Masadir. You can find a PDF version of that online, and that's a good resource for verbs from different patterns. Okay, so you can find a lot more verbs in that book on the pattern of fa'ila, inshallah. So I would like to conclude. So to summarize, what we covered in class is the past tense verb on the pattern of fa'ila, like alima and amila and hamida and sami'a. And we covered the whole conjugation table from beginning to end. And this concludes part 4 of our Arabic of the Quran class. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين